Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello and welcome to lesson 11 or day 11 of Fluency Blueprint Intensive Speaking Program. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to make decisions and how to choose between options. Like if you're hesitant, if you have too many things to pick up one from or to choose between, so you would be able to do that easily or speak about that easily in English. So after today's lesson, you will be able to compare different options confidently, to compare between many options or two options or more, and express your preferences naturally. Preference comes from prefer, something I prefer, something I would like to have. Also, you will explain why or the reason behind your choice. You will be able to give clear reasons for your decisions, like justification, مبرر. You'll also be able to talk about real life choices without thinking too much or without overthinking. So this is the structure, but let's see the full example first. Recently, I wanted to join an English course to improve my speaking skills. I found two options. What I found here was two options. The first, and then you start giving more details. The first was cheaper, but focused on grammar. Yani you are comparing both of them together. So we added er to the adjective cheap, because I want to say that the first was cheaper than the second. So when you are comparing between two things, you add er, cheaper, faster, quicker, slower, but focused on grammar. So you started by explaining or talking about the first option. The second one was more expensive, but offered speaking practice. Also, you're given more details about the second option. Personally, you're talking about your personal preferences. I preferred the second option because you're stating the reason for your preferences. Because my goal was to become more confident. Here I want to highlight something. We said more expensive. I mentioned that if you have an adjective and you want to compare it between two things, only two, not more than two, only two. You add er, like slow, slower, fast, faster, cheap, cheaper, quick, quicker, warm, warmer, hot, hotter. Because these are short adjectives, they have just one or two vowels maximum. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. But here, as you can see, expensive has 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. E, I, E. So if the adjective has more than two parts of the word, you use the word more. So I can't say expensiver. That would be very hard to say. So you would add another adverb, which is more. How can I know if this adjective takes er, or I would use another word like more or less? More like more, much more. The opposite of more is less. I want to say less expensive. For example, this was $10 and this was $8, so this was less expensive. Okay? How can I know? Just count the parts of the word. The parts means how many vowels in one position. I don't want to. Okay, look at this word, previous. We have E, I, O, U. 4 vowels. But we have only 2 parts in this word. Okay, how that comes? Because E is in the first part of the word, but I, O, U come in the same part or the same position of the word. Why? Because between E and I there is V, the consonant. حرف ساكن. But between I, O, U, there are no other letters, no other consonants. So if I have a group of vowels together in the same position or in the same part of the word, there are no consonants in between. This means they only form together, they only form one part or one position of the word. That's what I mean. So if you have an adjective that has more than two vowel parts, two parts, use more or less when you compare. But if this adjective has only one or two parts, just use ER. As simple as that. You will practice that so you would understand which one takes what. طيب. You should also mention number 4 and 5, but unfortunately for some reason يعني they're not written here. I don't know why. طيب. In the end, I choose the second option because my goal was to become more fluent. Yes. Share the result بقى. I'm happy with the decision because, for example, I'm practicing English every day. It helped me feel more confident. It helped me feel more confident in speaking, or it helped me speak English better. That's it. So what you do first is that you introduce the situation. What exactly you're going to talk about. Recently, I wanted to, or I had to choose between this and that. You say two options. After that, you compare the options or the two things you mentioned. The first option was this, and the second option was that. After that, you express your opinion. You speak about your personal opinion towards this choice. Personally, I preferred blah, 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 blah. I thought, for example, option 1 was better or was worse. The opposite of better is worse. And we don't say bad, badder, or more bad, worse. Not good. I thought option 2, for example, was better because, and then you give the reason. Number 4, you explain your decision. يعني خلاص, يعني you said your decision. Number 3, then explain why بقى. In the end, I chose option 2. I decided to go for or go with. Go for or go with. Because بقى you give your reason again. Last one, you share the result. The last thing happened. I'm happy with my decision because it's much easier for me. It's much cheaper. It helped me progress. I feel much better. It helped me whatever. So you state back here the result after you took your decision. طيب. Let me say another example with you. It's personal one. I would introduce the situation number 1. Recently, I wanted to decide the school, or I wanted to pick a good school for my first child. I had to choose between 2 different schools, or I had to choose between an English school and a German school. Number 2, the first option was elite language school. The second option was IPS. Personally, I preferred elite language school. I thought it was better because it's closer to my home, closer to our house. In the end, I chose IPS, or I decided to go for IPS because it allows the child to learn German from day 1, or because they teach kids German from day 1. I'm happy with my decision because my child will speak another language. Or it helped me take the decision faster. I think it's like simple like that. I can provide another example. Let's say recently I wanted to pick a new phone, or I wanted to purchase. You can say also purchase, like buy. Purchase. Purchase equals buy. Recently I wanted to purchase a new phone. I had to choose between Samsung and Vivo. The first option, okay, let's make it more mix. Okay, I had to choose between iOS and Android systems. iOS is for iPhones, yeah, and Android systems. The first option was Apple or iPhone. The second option was Vivo. Personally, I preferred Vivo. I thought it was better because I can connect it with any device. I can connect it to any device, like it has Bluetooth, which is not in iPhone. Or I can say the other way around. Yani, I thought the iPhone was worse, not better, but I thought iPhone was worse because I can't connect it to any other device. I can't connect it to any other device. In the end, I choose Vivo, or I decided to go with Vivo because it's much cheaper and it's available everywhere. I also can connect it to all my devices, like my laptop and so on. And because it has Bluetooth, whatever. But yani say, here you go, you say the features of the thing that you choose, or the options, why you choose this exactly. Or you speak about the other options that you didn't choose. Why? Is it worse? Is it more expensive? Is it further from your home? It's not available? Whatever. Yeah, you can support your speech by speaking about the good features of the chosen option, or the absent features of the options that you didn't go for. I'm happy with my decision because the phone is smart. It helps me with my work, or it helped me finish my work quickly. It's practical عملي. It's practical. This is the 5-step structure. I think it's pretty easy. These are some words to help you, like introduce a situation. You say, recently I had to compare the options. The first option was second. One option was blah blah blah, while the other was. If you want to mention both of them in one sentence. When you express your opinion, personally I preferred. I liked one because it was. Something I want to say. Guys, when you speak about something, when you tell a story, when you tell us a situation, whatever, choose one tense. Yani, I preferred, I liked, it was. Or, personally, I prefer, I like, because it is. So, either past or present. Never mix between both. So, I would, if it's in the past, I would say was, and I would add ed. Type. If it's in the present, no ed, I can sometimes add s if I'm talking about singular, and I would say is or are. Here was or were. So both of them are correct. You can go for this, you can go for that, but don't mix between both. And don't say, personally I preferred because it is. No, personally I preferred the blah 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 because it was. I thought option 1 was better because, or it was worse. I thought option 2 was worse because. In the end, I choose. This is not choose. choose one O because it's in the past. I decided to go for option 2 because I went with option 2 because I'm happy. This is present, but it's okay because you're saying that you're happy now. I'm happy with my decision because, or it helped me. I think I made the right choice because but it's cheaper, it's nearer, closer, whatever. It's more. This is more detailed explanation. This is regarding the replacement task. These are things to choose between. 2 English courses, 2 jobs, 2 phones, 2 schools, 2 apartments, 2 travel destinations like travel places. I'm going to visit Turkey or America. 2 laptops, 2 restaurants, 2 devices, 2 air fryers, whatever. 2 restaurants, 2 coffee shops, 2 kids areas. Comparison language. These are about the adjectives that I told you about. Cheaper. We added ER. More expensive or less expensive. Easier. More practical. عملي. More useful. More flexible. More comfortable. More reliable. Reliable like practical or I can rely on. يعني my laptop is reliable. I can download many things on it. I can open many tabs. It's reliable. It's practical. It's not slow. It's not old. The opinion language I preferred, I liked, I thought, in my opinion, personally. Or I prefer, I like, I think. For this decision, I choose if it's in the past. I decided to, I went with, which is the past of go. Like if you want to make it in the present, you say I go with. I picked. This is the comparing options. The first option was the second option. One option was blah 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 while the other was blah blah blah. Or one option is while the other is. We're giving reasons because, since, that's why. All of them are correct. Making decisions, I decided to, I chose, I went with. Preferred, like, okay, we covered them already. That's it. Okay. It's not clear here, I know, but we will share it on the group. Don't worry. So here you can see the full example. And guys, the replacement practice is very important because some of you cancel it. So for example, now you speak about something you experienced last week that you were trying to choose between 2 things, even 2 films to watch. It's okay, يعني. But you have to provide more exercise, يعني more speaking tasks, more voice tasks. It takes you only 1 minute, but this really improves your speaking. So try to exchange the words. Sometimes it's the first time you spoke about 2 different phones and you picked the first option. It was much cheaper. Second time you speak about 2 apartments and you choose the more expensive one because, for example, it's wider. It's closer to your work. It's nearer to your mom, your family. Sometimes the first time you can speak about the past, second time you speak about the present. It gives your language rich information. Okay, don't exclude this. This is very, very, very important. This really builds your language. Type the task system number 1. The first task, actually you will speak about 3 things. Talk about someone who's really important in your life and why you like him. A habit you think helps people become more productive. Is it time management? Is it sleeping early? Is it doing sports? Whatever. And speak about one goal that you're working on. And guys, I'm currently working on eating healthy, following a diet, doing sports, exercise, waking up early, not working in. If I'm saying I'm working in, it means I'm working in Egypt Air, elite language school. يعني if I say in, then I have to mention the place of work, okay, or the company. So working on something is different from working in place. The main task, so you will record the 3 voice tasks as a review. And then task 2, the main one about today, real decision you made recently. And if it was correct or it was incorrect to you, you might regret it, it's fine. And then speak about task 3, which is the scenario. But you will speak about different 2 or 3 versions. Sometimes you change situation, you change options, choose between 2 English courses, choose between 2 phones, choose between traveling to different destinations, whatever. If you did that, if you do all these tasks, you will practice more than 50 real life sentences with more than 5 voice tasks or even 6. So it's much better for you to do it. Hard work pays off. Lessons started getting more rich and more valuable and informative. Thank you very much and see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.